Hey guys, what's up? Albion here. I am once again in the beautiful city that is Oaxaca de Juarez in Mexico. And as you can see a little bit behind me here, I'm at the Mirador, the viewpoint above the city, and I'll take you guys for a bit of a spin in a second. I'm just catching some rest because it's a lot of stairs, at least for someone as unfit as myself. Yeah, I wanted to kind of make this video as a bit of a, a day zero type deal, or day one rather, expressing kind of my plans, my intentions going forward with this channel and my life generally, and hopefully give you guys some motivation. So let's go for a quick spin, and I'll get you guys informed about what we're doing. So let me just pick up my empty coffee cup. One of the things about Mexico that I don't like is the lack of bins. There's hardly any bins anywhere here, which is terrible because the amount of plastic waste and rubbish that you see strewn about the place is pretty awful. And you'll have to excuse the camera shaking. I'm using my hand and my built-in camera on my phone. I haven't actually brought my gimbal. I was umming and ahhing about bringing it, and I didn't. And I regret that decision. Anyway, I digress. Hopefully, there you go. Beautiful view over the city. Unfortunately, it's next to a major road coming in and out of the city. Next to Juarez, who was the first indigenous president of Mexico. I believe he was actually Zapotecan, which is one of the native indigenous tribes here that are in Oaxaca, like the east of Oaxaca and the south, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I digress. I babble on a lot. So I've been in a bit of a rut, and the goals that I've kind of set for myself have been quite loosely based, and they still are to a certain extent. However, I haven't acted at all upon any of them, really, in any kind of meaningful way, and that's changed. So as of yesterday, I kind of decided to pull my finger out, give myself a boot up the arse, as they say, and yeah. Started to go towards some of my goals, and there's two primary ones. One of them is to learn Spanish, and the second kind of goal that I've set myself is fitness. It might not look it, or it might look it, but I am overweight. My general kind of overall fitness is rather poor for someone my age. I should be kind of at the peak of my physical fitness, and I'm not. I lack energy, partially due to my diet and my lack of movement. And one of the reasons for me making this video is to kind of put it down as like a day one announcement to the world. So I can look back in 2, 3, 4 months, 6 months, and hopefully my Spanish has improved. So just before I head back down, I'll give you guys a quick panoramic view of Oaxaca and the mountains that surround it. It's a beautiful place. Like most of the places I've been to in Mexico, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So there's the shot, and there is the man himself. Right, let's head down. So as we walk back down the hill, you can kind of see behind those trees is the Guelaguetza, or the Guelaguetza. I have no idea how it's pronounced, to be honest. It's like a big concert festival that they have here. It was back in July, if I'm not mistaken, and I was actually here for it. I didn't actually see it because it was expensive, and there was loads of festivals in the streets that were happening at the same time. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like an open air auditorium where they host music and other theatrical shows, I would imagine. Try and get you guys a better look at it. It's pretty cool. It's very noticeable on the top of this hill. You can see it from most of the city if you look up at the right place. As we continue to walk past the Guelaguetza and the Mirador, which is behind me to my left, we come to this awesome tunnel section, which has got some awesome artwork that, albeit, is fading and kind of peeling here. You can see some more of it there. As soon as we get into this tunnel, it kind of opens up into a bigger indoor area. Indoor-outdoor area, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Got some murals, which Mexico is extremely well known for, like Frida Kahlo, etc. As you can see, we've got some beautiful graffiti. It's like Red Life, Red Beaver, some kind of communist stuff, I'd imagine. There's a lot of that graffiti about in Oaxaca and Chiapas. Pretty cool. Got some important people here, and you see the Pope has his eyes gouged out, which, depending on your views, is justified. I'm actually quite surprised. As you can see, it's 2013 was when this kind of mural was painted, I would imagine, and only one bit of graffiti. That's pretty good going. Most of the time, people don't like nice things, and people spoil it. But I guess there's a fair bit of respect for the artwork here, given the quality and I guess the significance of actually what it is, apart from the Red Life graffiti there and that there. But apart from that, it's pretty good. And as you can see, this leads back to the city. Now that I walk down these stairs, I just want to give you guys a bit more of an insight into why I decided to do this and kind of how I've been feeling. So I'm sure you can relate. I'm sure most people in the world have been in a rut before. And by that I mean zero motivation. There's goals which you need to kind of do and achieve, whether at work, at school, or personal goals, etc., with family. And you make no meaningful steps towards them. For various reasons. It's just something that I'd imagine the vast majority of you can relate to in some small way. And if you can't, then bravo to you. You've managed to be one of those people who can kind of drive yourself to do things, which I do admire. Keep it up. I aspire to do that at some point. And yeah, I'm thinking that by going kind of public and publishing this, not only does it give me something to do as a bit of like a creative outlook, and hopefully these videos get better and I bring my gimbal next time so the quality is actually better as well. But yeah, hopefully we can kind of, as corny as it sounds, I know it sounds corny, but have a bit of a shared journey where you guys can kind of post your comments about your own kind of processes and the ruts that you might have been in before and how you've overcome them, to inspire myself and the others, or that you're currently in a rut. And maybe this gives you the motivation to kind of do what you need to do, if that makes sense. Get yourself out of that rut. Pull up on the sides, pull yourself up into a better kind of state of being. So yeah, this is kind of like an outlet for me. Just before I continue, look at these trees, man. I remember I was speaking to someone who I was with. It was actually in Cuba, and I was sat next to some trees for a long period of time, and the trees here are very similar. And I was just staring at this tree, and this guy came up to me and said, what are you looking at? I said, the tree. He said, do you not have trees in the UK? And I said, I do, but they're not like this. They're different for sure. And they're beautiful, so vivid. Here's an interesting fun fact that I'm sure I might have got mistaken. You can kind of see there's some aspects of white on the bottom of the trees, like 2 meters up. On most of the trees, you can kind of see remnants of them on that tree, and that tree, and that tree, and most of the trees here. Now, I just had to do a bit of a quick space cleanup exercise. My phone had run out of space, so I had to delete some stuff. But anyway, as I was saying, the reason I was told for why these trees and lots of trees in Mexico are painted is the substance that they use is like a deterrent for ants. And what you'll see, and I've got some footage of it when I was in the Yucatan or Campeche, but I'm sure they're all over Mexico, is like the leafcutter ants. They actually climb the trees all the way to the tippy top and get like the succulent leaves.
Look at these little buggers, man. This is seriously cool.
So to stop them being defoliaged by the ants, they painted them as a bit of a deterrent. Apparently the ants don't like it. Whew. So there you go. So I'm actually at the bottom of the stairs, as you can see, getting back into the city, and yeah, when I'm away from the main road, I'll come back. So I was actually going to head back, but my plans for this afternoon have been kind of delayed and pushed back a little bit. So I thought I'd go on a bit of a detour and go past some of the beautiful streets, as you can see. We've got the bunting up, etc. I've been down the street many times before. It's beautiful. It kind of comes to a part of town, which is an open part of town. I guess because it's in the centre, right? So you normally find that. There's a beautiful kind of coffee shop here, amongst other things. And yeah, I'll show you some more of the city, and I'll formulate what I'm going to say. So this is where we're heading. As you can see, it's beautiful. Hopefully not get rid of it by the bus that's speeding up to try and get me. So there's like a coffee shop here. Oh god. So we just walked past the beautiful beauty spot, and there's some guys there with a disc cutter doing some remedial works to the fountain back there. So I walked past that pretty quickly, as I don't want to get leptospirosis. I actually worked in construction, I should know. Silicosis, that's the badger. It's like a something that you can get in your lungs when you inhale lots of dust. It's related to asbestosis and the fact that it screws your lungs over. And I don't want that. I've already messed myself up before in construction, and I don't want it to happen again. So I walked past that pretty speedishly, rapido. So yeah, got some more awesome graffiti. Mexico does love its graffiti / murals, and so do I. It's pretty damn cool if you ask me. You can kind of see the plumes of concrete dust in the distance there. So to get back on the topic somewhat, I don't know how many of you guys can relate to this, but one of the reasons why I didn't kind of do anything to improve myself was excuses. I kept on making excuses. For example, oh, I can't start creating content, I haven't got a gimbal. I haven't got a PC that can edit. I need this, I need these type of shoes for running. All these different things that you don't actually need to do, you just need to do it. And the rest of the stuff will come with time, right? I was waiting for like the perfect opportunity for all of the stars to align, for me to have absolutely everything that you need and spend hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds in some cases, or whatever, for the kit that you need. But you don't. Fair enough, right? So, will that stuff help quality? Sure, it will. You know, I could get a proper microphone and spend a couple $100, clip it here, and I probably will do that in the future. However, these Google Buds type things that I've got, that I actually found after I thought I'd gone missing for like 4 months in my backpack, and I was pissed. And then one day I was cleaning my bag, and miraculously they arrived. So that was a good day. But yeah, you don't need the fancy stuff. If it's raining outside, oh, I don't want to go for a run. No, go for a run. If you've said to yourself that you're going to do something, and it's hard to do, and I appreciate that it's hard to do, follow through with it, and eventually you will start getting into a bit of a routine. I know this for a fact because, believe it or not, I can't remember how many years ago it was. A long time ago, 6 or 7 years. It was a Porsche. He's on his phone. So yeah, a few years ago, 6-7 years, I was training for the army. I wanted to get to the Army Reserves, and I wasn't super unfit, but I wasn't super fit either. And I said to myself, every single day, or 5 days a week, or something like that, 5 days a week, I would do physical exercise. It was like autumn when I started. I must have done it every day for, well, 4 or 5 days, every day, for 6 months. Finally found a bin that has space, most of the time it doesn't. And yeah, I decided, get up and go every day. So I'd come home from work, first thing I'll do, get my running stuff on, boom, go for a run. It doesn't really matter, well, it didn't really matter what the time was, if it was raining or not. I said to myself every day, bang, go out that door, go for a run. And I did, and I actually had a specific goal in mind. One of the tests to get in is to run 1.5 miles in, it's like under 14 minutes.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
But obviously, the quicker you are, the fitter you are, generally speaking, and the easier the rest of the training will be. I didn't want to go for the minimum. I wanted to get myself up to a place where I was pretty fit. And I remember I had a track. I had a not a physical track, but I had the roads that were set out in a way that I worked out exactly 1.5 kilometers, give or take, and 1.5 miles rather, give or take. And I would run that every day, and I'd always try and beat my personal time, and I'd always go faster the next day. Yeah, I did that, stuck to that, and I got pretty fit. I was doing calisthenics as well, so when I wasn't doing that 1.5 mile timed, sorry, there's mosquitoes here, they seem to love me. When I wasn't doing that timed 1.5 mile stint, I was doing calisthenics. So I'd go for a run on a Saturday, for example. I'll just wake up relatively early, go for a run, find some fence railings or some monkey bars or whatever, do dips, do press-ups. It would be raining, sunny, or whatever, didn't matter, I'll just do it. You're gonna get wet anyway, right? Because you're sweating, so what difference does a bit of water make? And I keep going portrait mode and landscape mode, and I'm not sticking to one, which is bad, so this video's gonna be terrible, but hey, I'm gonna post it regardless. I need to actually follow through on what I say, that's the whole point of this. Again, oh, it's a bit bad here and there. That'll come with time. Get it out there, start making something, and yeah. It's a really beautiful part of town, this. With the vivid colours, the old kind of colonial architecture style. And this here, I believe, is an old aqueduct, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's the first time I've actually seen the fountain running. Beautiful. So this plaque's actually quite recent. I don't know if it's during its original install or what. And if you guys know, let me know. So this is what I was talking about when I was up there. So you can see it's quite a prominent feature of the city with the TV antennas, etc. Pretty cool. As we kind of continue back in towards the centre, it's coming to 1 o'clock, which is good because I haven't mentioned it yet, but I've started to do intermittent fasting again, which I have found to be extremely successful in terms of weight loss, in terms of energy retention, just overall in general pretty good. And again, it's like a mind discipline thing. Sticking to something, having specific times of the day where you can and can't eat, instead of just being a zombie and just eating because you're bored, which is what I've done before. So yeah, I'll take you to this this market that's towards my crib. Can't even say crib. That's towards my house. It's really cool. I get the same thing there pretty much every time because it's that damn good, and it's not even that expensive. Enchiladas verdes, oh yes. So I guess there kind of is a third part to this as well, but it all kind of ties in together. One of the reasons why I'm making this video, I haven't stated it already, is to keep myself accountable and to assist others in any way possible. If it does help, great. If not, again, it's helping myself. As I said, I've got plenty of time by doing something like this, which is, I guess, a creative outlook, which I've never done before. I know a particularly creative guy. Hopefully I can hone my skills, become better at this. Remember to bring my gimbal so the screen isn't shaking like there's a constant earthquake, which I'm sure is jarring for some of you guys, and I do apologise for that. And yeah, show you guys some of the city. I think when I go forwards on this, I'll take you guys some more specific locations, do some research prior to going out instead of walking around off the cuff like I'm doing now, and come with some information. There's a lot of beautiful places here, and there's a lot of extremely impressive buildings, natural kind of features that you only find either here or in one or two other places around the world. So yeah, it'll be good. Okay, so I've got 5 minutes before it's 1 o'clock, and I'm here at the Mercado, down those stairs for some tasty scrumptious grub. So let's go. So I've just ordered the enchilada verdes, and they got the footy on, win-win. So I've just finished eating. I had enough bread to kill about 4 small elephants or 1 large elephant, and this is where I am. So, area de Comedores. See, it's next to, I think it's like Mercado Diente, something or other. There's a sign there, and it's got all sorts: tomates, plásticos, flores, verduras, vegetables. It's got all sorts. So I've had enough gluten to put me into a small coma, so I'm gonna walk a bit more and put it and start putting that off. It was good though. Enchiladas verdes con tocino. It's like small little steak fillet, which is tasty. Enchiladas verdes. I've taken a photo of it. I'll put it up on your screen now. So that's pretty much it. I rambled on for far too long. I'm going back home now to upload this, figure out how I'm going to edit it, and then yeah, post it. That's been it. Let me know how this video was. Rambly and very long. As I've previously said, I need to come with like a concise plan in terms of what I want to come across. But hopefully going forward that'll be the case. I have some ideas for some places I want to show you guys. I'll do some research prior to going to these places to inform you guys. So that's the kind of travel aspect of it. And the other part is fitness and Spanish. So watch this space, guys, and thanks for watching. Until next time.